And how about that first partner in the state of California, Jennifer Siebel Newsom? All I'll say is, guys, women rule. Man, it's great to be out here with all of you, and I just want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart, because we're just 10 days out from defeating this Republican recall. You know, it's an amazing place to be in Culver City. One of the most diverse cities, in the most diverse county, in the most diverse state, in the world's most diverse democracy. And I don't think this, I think every one of us knows this in our core. What makes Culver City, what makes LA County, what makes California and America great is that we don't tolerate that diversity, we celebrate that diversity. That's a point of pride. That's part of the values we hold dear in California. And those values are at stake. Those values are at risk, not just here, remarkably, in California, but all across this country. You saw the big lie. You saw what happened on January 6th. We've seen the voter suppression laws all across this country. And you saw what just happened in Texas. We said last year, we all said this, you heard us say this, you said this to your friends, you said this to your neighbors, and you were right that the most important election of your lifetime was last November, defeating Donald Trump. That was right. But you also know this, we did not defeat Trumpism. It's still alive all across this country, and as the senator said, it has come to the state of California. Now, so many of you that have, lived through this state over the years, in many ways, this is familiar to you. It wasn't that long ago. You had someone running for governor, running for re-election on a platform promoting xenophobia, promoting nativism, promoting Proposition 187. It wasn't that long ago. We were out there dealing with campaigns and candidates that were promoting 3 strikes and you're out, fear of the other. It wasn't that long ago in California that the biggest debate that we're having at the UC Regents wasn't about keeping tuition low. It was about eliminating affirmative action. In so many ways, this is familiar, California. Yet look where we are today. A majority-minority state. The most diverse state in America. A universal state. A state, Republicans don't even know this word, a state that practices pluralism. A state of refuge, including the Afghan refugees. A state where we're living together and advancing together and prospering together across every conceivable and imaginable difference. Our greatness, our strength is in that diversity, and we cannot take that for granted. And so I thank you all, each and every one of you, for being out here at this pivotal and critical moment, because racial justice is on the ballot. Economic justice is on the ballot. Social justice is on the ballot. Environmental justice is on the ballot. Women's rights are on the ballot. And if you think I'm exaggerating, listen to what the senator just said. At a time when we've had 2 million acres burned, 7,000 fires, in a state that over the last decade has been heating up, burning up, where our kids have been choking up, you have a candidate on the other side who's walking away with a Republican, likely to be the Republican governor of California if we don't say no, who believes, as the senator said, that climate change is a crock and a myth. But he's not just against any core beliefs. He actually believes this. He wants to double down on more offshore oil drilling and fracking in California. He doesn't believe in the Clean Air Act. It is a remarkable moment when you consider we're 10 days away from making a determination about the fate and future of the 5th largest economy in the world, in a state who has more people living in it than 21 state populations combined. The idea that we have someone on the other side of this ballot that could be sworn in a matter of weeks, that not only doesn't believe a woman has the right to choose, not only doesn't believe, as the senator said, women are as smart as men. By the way, I don't know if you've seen Senator Warren cross-examine folks on Wall Street. Apparently Larry Elder has not. Women are smarter in politics, smarter in civics. They're smarter in economics. Women rule. Man. Turn on the TV, Larry. Ever heard of C-SPAN? He doesn't even believe there's a glass ceiling. The elder doesn't believe in a glass ceiling. He actually said this. You can't even make this up. He said, it's right, he said, for employers to discriminate against women. He said, employers have the right to inquire about an employee's reproductive future because they're just, quote unquote, protecting their investment. You don't believe in equal pay for equal work. You don't believe in paid maternity leave. I could go through a list, and I will. Because I think, California, you need to know what's at stake in this election if we don't vote no. Are we going to vote no on this recall? Are we going to vote no on this recall? Are we going to defeat Trump and Trumpism? Are we going to send a message to Devin Nunes and Mike Huckabee and Rudy Giuliani and Newt Gingrich and Kevin McCarthy? Hell no on this recall. Californians, this is up to all of you. We say about the future, it's not just something to experience, it's something to manifest. The future is not just in front of us, it's inside us. It's our ability to make decisions that will determine our fate and future. So I ask you to make that decision today, because it's been said and it is right. Election day ends on September 14th. Election day is today. Election day is tomorrow. Election day is next week. The last day of the election is September 14th. Karen Bass said it better than I could. It's not just get out the vote, it's turn in the ballot. Turn in those all mail-in ballots. Call your friends. Call your family. A simple no and go to the mailbox. Don't even consider the second question. See, again, you already know that's considered. Larry Elder's running away with this. He's running away. Just consider. Just consider. I was listening to my friend Rob Reiner the other day, who has been a strong and fierce advocate for public health and after-school, preschool programs. And he said he recalled debating Larry Elder, who claims to be pro-life. He recalls debating him about a tobacco tax. And Elder actually went so far to say, well, maybe you're right if tobacco does take so many lives, Rob, but you know what? Well, at least more people die so we don't have to spend so much on their health care. That's your pro-life candidate on the ballot. The pro-life candidate that supports the death penalty. The pro-life candidate that opposes the work Elizabeth Warren's doing to get $3.5 trillion so we can get better preschool and get better child care and have community college free in this country. They're not pro-life, they're pro-birth. And what do? They run away. They want nothing to do with it. They'll cut prenatal programs. They'll cut those school nutrition programs. Larry Elder said, food stamps, that's just a giveaway. But apparently, cutting the corporate tax to zero, which he promotes, is not. It's not the minimum wage. Let's eliminate the corporate tax. You can't make this up. I mean, I know this sounds familiar, and forgive me. I know this is table stakes for the senator. She hears this every single day. He wants to privatize Social Security. He wants to privatize Medicare. He wants to cut Medicaid because charity can make up for it. He wants to eliminate the California Health Exchange because he doesn't support Obamacare. He doesn't believe in disability rights, wants to eliminate the Americans with Disability Act. Who does that? Who does that? This is a remarkable, I never thought, I mean, it's one thing, look, I know my name's on the ballot. We are on the ballot. All of you are on the ballot. California is on the ballot. California values are on the ballot. Things we hold dear. Let's not take them for granted. The future, it happens here first. We're America's coming attraction. Eat your heart out, Texas and Florida. There's no other state in America like the state of California. No other state. We have among the highest vaccination rates, among the lowest positivity rates in America. We're open argument, interested in evidence. We're not ideologues. This is a special place. Not here. I'm not going to put up with this. So you get me all wound up. It's 10 more days. 10 more days. So let me just end. I want to just say this to all of my moderate, maybe some Republican friends. It's just interesting. This is interesting to me. All the punditry and, things called Fox or something called Newsmax. One American News or something. All these ed boards talking about California's economy. Well, in an interesting fact, they never mentioned this. California had better health outcomes than Florida, Texas, Indiana, the United States of America in the last 18 months. And we had better economic outcomes than those states because we led with science and public health. They're one and the same. Wake up, America. Masking saves lives and gets the economy moving again. Vaccines save lives and keep our small businesses open. Mask and vaccine keep our kids in public schools safely. Larry Elder and the Republicans want to walk off the same COVID cliff as DeSantis and those folks in those other red states. Day one, and I'll end with this because I know it's hot. Day one. I mean, this is the go-to applause line. You'd think the go-to applause line is about how we could be more inclusive as a state, how we could be more compassionate, more understanding, how we can collaborate more. No, the go-to closing argument of the Elder campaign is this. The go-to, guaranteed, people jump off their feet. He says, when I get sworn in as the next governor of California, and then he walks around and pauses for effect. When I get sworn in, before my first cup of tea, no offense, I guess he doesn't drink coffee. That's fine, I love tea. But before his first cup of tea, he said he will sign an executive order eliminating the mask requirements in our public schools, eliminating the vaccine verification for healthcare workers. This race is about life and death. It's not exaggerated. This race is about life and death. So what are you going to do? Are you going to vote no? Are we going to vote no? Are we going to defeat this Republican recall? Are we going to send them a message? Are we going to vote no? Let's get out there. Let's turn out an historic number of Democrats and independents and like-minded Republicans. Let's send a message to Republicans. Not in our backyard. California, the best, I promise you, is yet to come. Thank you all very, very much for being out here. Thank you to Elizabeth Warren. Thank you to my remarkable wife and all the elected officials. Thank you all very, very much.